How was it?
You want like a number scale or just like?
All right. Y'all get the point. Just go watch the full thing, bro. She like I wanted to finish showing y'all the full thing, but she was like blushing, giggling, laughing, doing a lot of shy shit. Like,
okay, well then.
about to say, better not be a freestyle stream again. Hush up, boy. Nah, I'm just. It was Zamak was good.
If you're capable of keeping that divide, then I'm not here to insult you. And the reason I don't insult people, I also want to make this very clear, is because
I'm kidding.
Maybe it's just a
He not nervous. He just a respectful nigga for real.
life I've lived. But I think the internet has fucked the world up. And I think one of the ways it's messed the world up is that everybody's constantly running their mouths. And the world I'm from and the life I've lived, if you insult somebody, it's you have to be prepared to defend that opinion. And I know people who have run their mouths and end up getting shot for it. And I don't like to sit around and insult people unless I have a genuine beef with them. So I'm not here to judge you or your life. I can just say that it's not something I would personally do. Well, if you feel like you have no emotional attachment to the guy, I think that's a good thing. I think your heart should be in one place.
Andrew, objectively, you could definitely beat the shit out of me, but one time I was hanging out with the UFC fighter Donald Cowboy Cerrone, and he pulled up some old Andrew Tate kickboxing matches and was showing me them and did a pretty good job of making the point of this guy can't fight, which I am not in a position to judge.
What? This man just admit to another grown man that he'll kick the shit out of him. He said, "You got a mullet dress?" No, nigga, I've been having a mohawk for years now. Oh, it's like that's because of the headphones. Nah. Nigga, I'm not white. The fuck is a mullet, bro? Mullets for white.
Want to make the switch to Shopify? Here's how to do it in a few easy steps.
Fire. My tips are supposed to be blue though, bro, but I'm about to get it re-dyed again, and I need a retwist, so my shit is wild, bro.
Sign up for a free trial at
Shopify.com. And I need a cut.
But I have had that experience where a former UFC champion has basically told me about what a bitch you are, which I don't agree with. I'm a fan of the Top G. I like everything that you're doing out here, but I think you and Donald Cerrone need to settle this in the square circle.
Well, that's the thing about fighting, right? The thing about fighting as a sport is that everybody who watches it goes, this guy can't fight, or everyone at home who's never even fought says this guy can't fight, or the other fighters say this guy can't fight, which is why as a fighter you constantly feel like you have something to prove. Even if you win 100 fights in a row, there's always going to be someone out there who says you can't fight. I'd like to think that my record stands for itself. I've had 88 fights. I've had a bunch of fights, a 4-time world champion. I fought a bunch of rules, including MMA, and I did my very best, and I won a bunch of titles and made some money and beat a bunch of people. And of course, there's always gonna be someone who watches me and says I can fight.
Let's go to Oct. How you done, bro? Don't get blue, nigga. I've been supposed to, bro. Like y'all don't see my thumbnails. Like my thumbnails is the same picture, like what my tip color was. Pause. Let me show you. Like you see this, like, cause I got the same face expression on. Like it's literally the same picture. Like you see how my tips is like green. So what happened was it was blue, but so to dye the tip, like you had to bleach it. So the bleach and the blue dye didn't blend well. So now it's just gold tips, and I need to retwist. My head actually not supposed to be sticking out like this. It's really supposed to be laid down for real.
There's a bunch of videos that say I can, and there's the odd idiot who says I can't. But I'm very happy with who I am in my career and what I've achieved, and I'm very confident in my abilities. So it is what it is.
What kind of hairstyle you got?
Cerrone, I've heard of him. Didn't McGregor finish him pretty quick?
Wait, Chad, is he a good fighter? Yes or no?
Sure, but either way, we need to settle that score at some point. I just want to throw that out there. But
I don't know if we do. I don't know if I need, because and this is something I want to make clear as well. I don't know if I need beef with people on the internet. I see a lot of this. I see a lot of people constantly beefing each other and all these arguments, etc. I don't need any of those things. I'm fighting against the judicial system. I'm fighting against the most powerful people in the world trying to silence me. I have enough battles in my life. I don't have time to be fucking tweet beefing with some dude. If he has a problem with me, he can come to my house. He knows where I am. Everyone knows where I am. Until then, I have no problems with anybody. So as for Cerrone, if he thinks I can't fight, then if he wants to tell me to my face and kick my ass, he's welcome to try. And I strongly believe he would regret that decision. Right there. And that's as far as I need to take it.
You got braids, real. The girl in the bag just there to be there. Now, you didn't hear about the Adam22 situation? No, we there to, they are there to talk about how he let his wife get BBC'd. I'm actually about to take my hair out.
Right. So your brother Tristan was in my DMs, like really sincerely trying to convince me that I had made a very grave error, a massive mistake as a result of having let my wife shoot with another man. Myself personally, having been, a couple weeks removed from the actual incident happening, I don't really feel like I made a mistake. It feels like some pretty regular porn
WT
shit.
in the chat, man.
You know, I was a little bit jealous at first.
Shout
it's
out
kind of a weird
Tristan. Hey,
feeling
Tristan,
knowing
real
that
nigga.
your woman was in the arms of another man, even if it was only for a few hours. But it's interesting. You don't seem like you have as much of a real like moral issue with the act itself.
Well, I can give you my opinion on why I wouldn't ever do it. And I think the reason I wouldn't ever do it is because I believe that a man and a woman have a connection between them. And I think that connection is solidified by sexual exclusivity from the female's part. And I believe there's an energy cord between. And I think that once that's broken with another man, I do believe there's a degree of the connection which is damaged. And I think that when the relationship is good, perhaps you will not feel it. But when the relationship is bad, or when arguments start to happen, or you start to get on each other's nerves, you might notice a slight difference in behavior, because I do also think that once the seal has been broken, I'll give you an example. The 4-minute mile was impossible to achieve, they believed, until one man ran the 4-minute mile, and then a bunch of people ran the 4-minute mile. So once the seal's been broken, for example, let's say your wife's sleeping with another man, the idea of sleeping with another man is not as intimidating as it was once was. And perhaps the idea of sitting through an argument or sitting through a rough patch in a relationship and continue to try to work it out, as opposed to just jumping on a new man, it might be less appealing than it once was previously. So I believe, personally, if my woman had already slept with another man, she's more likely to just give up on the relationship and sleep with another man again in a rough patch. That's my personal view.
Facts, chat.
Say again?
Why would I mean, I've never cheated on you, like, even in the lowest terms of cheating, like responding to a DM.
He remember he remember the lane like that. What the hell? Bro, Dion said the guy on the top left, why would you let your wife get trained by black? Yeah, so she got BBC'd by Jason Black, one of the biggest black porn stars in the game. So I've heard. But yeah, we gonna react to that too. Nah, I seen, bro. Hey, shout out to K Money with the follow. I appreciate it. How you doing, K Money? Nah, but yeah, we gonna react to the Neon one too, bro. Neon had me. I seen a clip, bro. Neon, bro, like them two fussing was fucking hilarious. Hey, but Chad, would y'all let y'all wife get BBC'd? Would y'all let y'all wife get BBC'd, bro?
DM from somebody.
And y'all got a daughter too, by the way.
Or anything. Like, I've never done any of that. Everything in our relationship has been out in the open. You know, like all my messages with the person that I worked with, I was like, hey, just so you know, like, these are the messages.
Most people you see on here talking about dropshipping have never actually made money dropshipping.
Is that so, bro?
And like, Adam has fucked up.
No, see, TK Money, I fuck with you already, bro. I fuck with you already. Where you from, bro?
About 200 women in front of me, and he cheated on me. So like, you know,
Adam, that's terrible.
We all got our issues. Hey, let me just tell you, about a half hour ago, I was laying on the floor in the adjacent office with a large Italian ass shaking on top of my face. She does this thing called Brazilian face sitting.
He almost died.
It's going to appear on onlyplugtalk.com, which is our weekly podcast where we interview and then fuck a different girl every single week. And this
They interviewed a girl and fuck a different girl. Oh, you from Philly? Oh, you drawing, young bull? You drawing, young bull? You throw shit. Hey, y'all Philly niggas funny as hell. Now, y'all really got some funny ass lingo for it. Hey, you throw shit. You's a fucking nut. You a fucking dummy.
This girl was really cutting off my ability to breathe. And when I would grab her ass and try to move her ass off of my face, she would grab my hands and hold on to them so that I wasn't able to escape.
What the
and
hell?
Lena was involved. She was giving me head during all this. And so, I don't know, like, do you feel like that affects our connection at all? Because I can, after having you shot with this guy, I can kind of understand why that shit doesn't matter to you, because you and the other guy don't really matter to me at this point.
It's a huge difference between a woman fucking another woman and a woman fucking a nigga while she's married. It's a huge difference, bro. Exposing that your wife sit on your face is wild. Nah, they had a threesome, so they interviewed a girl and then they both fucked the girl together. So they've been doing porn together, I heard, for like 5 years, 6 years or some shit like that, where they fuck different girls. But that video that's not going viral of because Adam let his wife fuck another nigga while he not there. That's why it's going so viral. So yeah, I mean, but they say they had threesome. I mean, but she didn't got, bro. Did y'all know that this nigga let his best friend fuck his girl? Like, she was sucking his dick while his best friend was fucking her from the back. Yes. Like, bro, like it's crazy, bro.
I think it's,
like,
well, my personal view is that it's very different from
this nigga relationship is different. Beyond different, bro. Beyond. I wouldn't be so in shock like this if they didn't have a kid. If they didn't have a daughter, it would be a whole different story. But the thing that y'all gotta understand with daughters as well, this is why it's so important to have your standards on your woman and make sure you fucking be precise on who you picking and shit, bro. Like, be very picky on a woman that you marrying and shit and having kids with. Bro, everything that your wife believe in, her same value is gonna go towards the daughter, because she's gonna actually be the one raising the daughter. I mean, yeah, the dad play a part inside of that, but the woman is in charge basically of the daughters and shit. So he want his daughter, like, I'm scared, bro. I hope their daughter do not follow down the same path their mama went down. Like, that is, bro. Like, I really wish the best for their daughter, bro. Like, I just hate when kids thrown in a situation that they have no business being inside of, bro. And it's not their fault, though. Like, they were just born into this shit, sadly.
For a woman than it is for a man, and I think that, and I hope I'm wrong, if your relationship reaches a rough patch, perhaps the idea of being with another man will be more tempting than it once previously was, because the seal's already been broken. That's my personal view.
That's
I
facts.
don't, with all due respect, care what you want to do with your own relationship. If it makes you happy, it should make you happy, and that's fine. And it's your decision to make. It's not my decision to make. I'm just telling you that I wouldn't do it. I can give you admiration for a degree to how well you've dealt with the pressure, I guess, or the hate or the backlash. I mean, you've handled it pretty well, which I guess is good. Not a lot of people can do that. So I have to give you some degree of respect for that. But I guess you expected all that before you made the decision to do it, right?
Yeah, I did. And I mean, I've caught a lot of flack because when you first commented